It's another beautiful day. Hopefully the wind picks up here, humidity comes down quick, and we can get a good start. We're farther behind based off of yesterday's performance than I would have liked. But if we get going in decent time, we can finish this field, hopefully get that field done and move across the river. And then we're still making good progress. They bumped the rain back from this weekend to like Monday, Tuesday. We'll get like a half an inch each day or something. So, if we keep chipping away at this green crap, get it out of here in the bin, we'll be doing pretty well. We did 4 or 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours of combining yesterday. So, not much in the ways that we're gonna do today because we did so much yesterday, but we're gonna fuel up everything because we need to order fuel. So I want to get everything topped up so that we can order as much as possible. And we'll quickly hit the rotor bearings on the combines. And then I think I'm heading into the main yard for a couple hours. I want to keep on making progress on that John Deere header conversion, because I would love to have 2 combines going in sunflowers, and I don't want to be scrambling when we're up against the gun. I'd rather have it just ready to go. So once again, fuel trailer, we're just topping things up, and that thing has made life so much easier in the busy season. Seeding and harvest, that thing shines, and for what it costs, well worth it. I've said it once and I'll say it a million times. This right here is my dream equipment lineup, and if you'd asked me 5 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you, or if you would have told me. It's just crazy. These are huge capacity machines for a fraction of the price of a new one. Like that tractor or grain cart, probably the tractor is the most expensive thing out here, but you could get all this for what you can buy one 5-year-old combine for. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. Maybe you'll get a couple more acres an hour out of it. Tell you what, I don't think it's worth it. So far, this tractor has been doing, it's been doing a darn good job. I think we are happy with it. We do have some hydraulic tips leaking though, that's for sure. So we might have to get some replacements, do something about that. I hate leaks. But all in all, it's moved a lot of grain so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. So this is our second year with the big bin and the big auger, and this is our first year with this tractor. So this tractor, 260 horse, I think it's 220 on the PTO. They recommend minimum for this auger 190 to 220, but like ideal would be 300 plus, especially if you're moving wheat. But this thing was so cheap. We bought it for 7,500 bucks. We're probably all into it now, where it's at for 11, like on the top end, just getting it ready. And you can't beat the price for the cheap horsepower. And at that price, I'm sure I could sell it for more than I bought it. So the hours aren't costing us anything. Whereas the tractor we used last year, it was easily a $150,000 tractor. And every hour you put on that thing gets expensive. Now don't get me wrong, that's a sweet tractor. It's our planter tractor and it is our scraper tractor, and it works well. 320 PTO horse. That thing, it had no problem on it. It worked well, but I would rather have $100,000 to $105,000 setup moving grain than a $250,000 setup moving grain. It's just doesn't make sense and costs too much money. So Dad has two tracks. He has an 865B, and then he's got a 765C, which is what we were using on the auger. And then this year, me and my brother bought an 855A model. So we've really kind of moved into the 2 tracks, but they work well. They're efficient. You get way more power to the ground than a quad track. And sure, 5% of the time maybe I'd love a quad, but it's really hard to justify that. And 4 sets of tracks to maintain instead of 2, that just sounds like a headache. Also, here is our used set of tracks for the 800 series tractor when we have issues. These came off an 865E model. They're all the same tracks though. These are in fantastic shape. I mean, we bought them off Potato Farmer, so make your conclusions. They had one little like tumor in them on the inside and he wanted to change them. So that's fantastic. I love that. Honestly, these tracks, the tracks alone, cost more than we paid for that whole tractor out there. But anyways, we got options, so that's why we're not worried about the way the tracks are looking right now. This is the first time I've seen our tractor in the field actually doing something. That's awesome. This is mine and my brother's 855A model. I really like these tractors. Got it on a 60-foot deep tiller, just working ground. I really like these Challenger tractors. I think they're a better two-track than the early John Deere's for sure. And if I had to choose, I mean, the B model is for sure my favorite. There's some good improvements over the A model, but the A model is a very close second. It is just a rugged workhorse. Doesn't have crazy electronics, doesn't have the Husco valve issues that the C models have. Don't get me started on the D's or the E's because they're just emission problems out the ass. So I'm really a huge fan of these, and I've heard nothing but good things about these 855A models, so I'm excited to be running one. Big thing is, are the tracks going to hold up? Let's see if we can find the track damage that occurred in shipping. Where are ya? I don't know where it is. It's around here somewhere, I'm sure. Oh! I couldn't find it on that one, and I'm not spending a whole lot of time looking, but here is some of the track damage on this one. When they were loading it on the trailer, they literally had this 3 inches of track on the ramps, and that was it. And if you can look in here, you'll see that none of that is supported by anything, and this weighs 45,000 pounds. And it kind of just tore through the whole track. Big gash down in here, cut all the way through the cords, and it cut the cords that run this way as well as this way. So if you ask anyone, you know, who deals with tracks, they would say that that's a write-off because those cords are damaged and it'll fall apart when you start putting the power through it. But once again, we also have a set of tracks for this. Not a different set, the set I just showed you. It will fit on this 855 or the 865. So we're just gonna see what happens here because we're not ready to pull the trigger on a new set of tracks yet. These are 30-inch belts. The 865 has 36s, and the ones in our shed are 36s, but you can put them on anything. So we'll see how that lasts. The reason why we're pushing these tracks is to get a new set of tracks on this tractor. I mean, you're looking at 35 grand installed, which is a hefty fee. So like I said in that previous video, every year we get out of them, it's worth 2 or 3 grand. That helps us a lot. Here we go. We managed to peel this piece of flighting off right there. And I mean, it came off in really good shape. So we'll have to clean it up and get it put on the other one. This is 853. That's an 853A. This one is actually somewhat usable. That one's just straight parts. We are working our way over to where we left off. We're gonna get a moisture here. Someone's burning something over there. And yesterday we just rolled over 4,000 engine hours, which is exciting. Actually kind of not, because now I need to dump and change this thing. But I mean, she works and she works good. So yeah, I'm not getting rid of this thing anytime soon. Just a nice little cut. We'll hop in the grain tank, see what it's like. It's cutting better than it did yesterday when I took the first moisture, and there's less greens in it, so I'm hopeful maybe we can get a decent start on it. It's 1:30 right now. Guess we'll find out. I'm gonna go visit my friends at P&H again and see what they say for moisture. Oats are just such an interesting crop. It's amazing how much they can pick up or how quickly they drop moisture. Like I thought there's no way it was gonna go. It's 14.5. We should have been going 2 hours ago. So we got a big guy here. He's gonna fill on the grain cart until our other operator shows up. But we're gonna get going. Hopefully get on that other field soon. We are cutting out this bush here. It's kind of on the edge of the field, and this is actually the first time we've ever farmed in between here, because the last 3 years I've gotten stuck every time. But this is the first time in this field that I've farmed it that we haven't gotten stuck. So, hey, I mean, things are looking up for sure. Oh, mud. All these rogue scraper dumps. You don't see them coming until it's too late. So in between there is where I just was cleaning up around that bush. We can go around that one. That one, the field edge is just on the outskirt of it, so we don't go around that one. And then this back corner, first time we've ever farmed back there as well. Because Andrew installed some fantastic ditches in here last year with the scraper, which was awesome. And then it was honestly a pretty good fall for getting stuff worked. So we're excited to be doing this whole field now, tip to tip. Dad finished up everything on the far side of that bush, so now we just got this little section here to do. I can't see it taking more than an hour. Then we can get started on the next field, which would be nice. Wow, this is wild. We've never farmed this corner because it's always been too wet. I've gotten stuck here, and because of that, there's a lot of quack grass under here. Holy smokes. I mean, shoot, it's yielding good here, but there's definitely a lot of grass here threatening to shut this thing down. A big wad of that'll plug a header pretty quick. This little bit here is all that's left. It's actually quite a beautiful day out. So in the next couple minutes, we'll be starting on that next field. And I am really hoping that there is a little less green in it. I mean, at the end of the day, it'll be what it'll be, and we'll deal with it, but I would like that. Man, the sun is just right now. Like, all the colors are popping. Very cool to see. I also find it very interesting, you know, growing up on the farm, having worked the same fields for years, and even not the same fields for years, but even like, I mean, this is our 4th year, I think, on this field, and just, you get into all these fields, and every field, you know, it's got a story, or it's got something, and you can just, every field is different, and it's all got a history, and I enjoy thinking about that. Yum! Somebody got mud. I don't blame you though. This has been a pretty bad corner, and I've had my fair share of mud, and honestly even had some trees, because cleaning up around the bush there, well, if they're in the field, I'm mowing them down. Dad's on his little last trip. This is the little bit I have left to finish up, and then we'll unload into him and just move right across the road into our next oat field. That's good. We're getting things done. We're just gonna drive through the little equipment yard here and take that mud road 1/4 mile down there to where that old combine is and hop into that next field. The field we're going to, it was pasture for multiple numbers of years, like lots of years. And then we got it, and it's turned into a pretty nice field. We are really happy with it. And I like all the old cool equipment around here, you know? It's neat. Cool equipment, it's interesting to me. This little creek, it's like a mile from my house. The kids absolutely love coming here. playing on that Ford crossing. We could throw rocks in the water for hours. And I got bored. Well, no, not bored. I'm never bored. But I wanted to go fishing. So that little hole of water right there, I was like, ah, screw it, let's see what's in there. Blows my mind. I caught like 3 pike in an hour. That's a good spot. A nice John Deere 95. Back in the day, I'm sure that thing was top dog. Anyways, let's get after it. Well, contrary to what I was hoping for, well, this field's just as green, if not worse. So, I don't know. Guess we'll see. It will be interesting, I'm sure. It's not dust, and something's not on fire. That's just our tractor. Love to see it. He's working. We are chipping away and making good progress in here. When we get to this block of fields here, it's always interesting though, because this is the only field we have on a mud road. And it just makes things a little bit different. You know, the trucks, they come into the field, turn around, but then we're loading them on the road because they can't drive out of here loaded. When it's wet, then we have to use the far approach over there. It's just different. And until we picked up some of this land here recently, we had never dealt with mud roads. I like the view from this side. There's a full section there of beans for us, and then hey, it's our bin and our auger.
Here, I'm gonna cut it in.
Nice. All right, let's check out the zoom. Is that tractor smoke that we see? Oh, it's so unstable. So we're cruising along in this field and we're running side like north and south, which is very short. Whereas the field is a mile long this way, but we decided to do this, and I thought we should because this kind of side had a majority of the green. So if you're going up and down this way, you're gonna get to that side and your moisture is gonna skyrocket. Where at the moisture is sitting today, I figured if we went this way and we start getting green on that side, it would blend it in good enough that we wouldn't have to mess around or cut stuff out and come back. And this way we're just kind of getting it done. So I hate doing the short passes. I'd rather do long ones, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to make it work. Well, this is going to be the last pass for tonight. We got a good chunk of this next field done here. Dad is actually having issues with his header engage, and sometimes it doesn't want to engage, which is kind of an issue when it does that and we plug a header. You can tell it's getting tough. So I'll have to look at that tomorrow morning. That'll be top of the list. But I mean, we're making good progress, making fantastic progress. Only 300 acres of oats left, maybe? Something like that? Actually, it might be closer to 400. Who knows? Before we shut her down for the night, anyone with Alexa, you've got lights on top of your mirrors, and they don't turn on. I was told by a guy, they're called swath finders. You take your stick here, pull down, turns on that one, push up, turns on that one. Now you got the lights going that way, giving you a distance. I always turn them on every day. I like having them. I just hate that they're on that switch. Why? Just turn them on with the rest of them. Anyways, maybe that helps you. So oats are never my favorite to combine. They're slow, they have high losses if you're pushing it, and you can't use the power. You're really limited by your cleaning capacity. And usually, like, it's kind of, we take wheat off and then oats are in there at some point. But this year we've really just been cranking out the oats. We'll have a little bit of wheat after that, and then one field of barley, and then we're gonna be done cereals. And when it comes to harvest, as soon as you finish cereals, it really feels like, you know, it just gets way easier. So I'm looking forward to getting done cereals. We still got a few thousand acres of that to do, but hey, we're getting there, right? So anyways, you guys have a good night. I appreciate you hanging out, and I hope you're enjoying this sort of stuff. See you on the next one.